Hello, Crossroads Church, and anyone else who may be listening to this. My name is Keegan, coming to you with the daily devotion for Saturday. And Crossroads is continuing its current sermon series called We Believe, where we've been walking through the book of Romans, discussing the foundations of the Christian faith and what we believe as a church body. And this past Sunday, the message was on Romans chapter 14 and discussed we believe edification. We believe how we're called to encourage one another and to build one another up in the faith, to edify each other. And the primary verse that stuck out to me is chapter 14, in verse 19. It says, "Let us therefore make every effort to work towards peace and mutual edification." So working towards peace and mutual edification to build one another up in the faith. And since it's now August and football season is right around the corner, I thought I'd share a little football analogy that goes with our faith walk. And if you're not familiar with, there's a thing called a huddle. When you're on offense, you come together, the quarterback, the leader who throws the ball, who hands it off, who gets the snap from the center, the leader of the offense brings his offense together and they have a huddle. It's usually in a circle, so they're up right next close to each other. And he clearly communicates what the next play is, so everyone's on the same page, kind of gives it time for everyone to rest, catch their breath from the last play, and then they go out to their respective positions to then execute the play of the guidance from the coach and the play that the quarterback verbally told them to execute. Also now today though, especially in college football, a lot of offenses are doing a no-huddle offense. They found that it's really efficient and it wears down the defense a lot more quickly, because instead of coming together to get that guidance for the play, right after the player gets tackled, they can go right back to their respective positions. They get a play from the sidelines, whether it's a sign or a certain call, hand signs, to run the next play. So that they use nonverbal communication that way to be able to execute the play. And it's obviously a lot more efficient, and sometimes statistically too, it's a lot more effective, and people are having a lot of success with the no-huddle offense as well. And in that same way, that's how we should look at our faith walk, and we can use that analogy as our faith walk. It's so important for us to come together to huddle as Christians, because if we're worn down walking the Christian walk during the week, we come together for that Sunday message, or we come together for a small group breaking bread with other believers in a time of prayer and an opening up His Word together and reading, we can catch our bearings with each other. We can encourage one another. We can identify and share our highs and lows. If people are doing great in the faith, super joyful, they have a lot of hope. In that same way, like in football, if you had a great play, the last play, you see that guy in the huddle, his eyes are like, yeah, let's go get it the next play. We're making progress. But sometimes people come into that huddle worn down. They just got their bell rung last play, and they're not looking forward to go to block the same guy because he's bigger and stronger. But you can encourage that person. In that same way in the church, you can identify if people are struggling. You can encourage them through prayer, through building them up with the word of encouragement. And that's why it's so important to come together and huddle, to motivate and to encourage one another. And then you disperse. You go into that no-huddle offense during the week or after your small group in the morning. Then you go out during the day to live that Christian walk. And it's more efficient for us as the body of Christ. Because now instead of all the Christians together, now we're dispersed and we're being that salt and light that God calls us to be to people that don't yet have a personal relationship with Him. And we're able to wear down the defense, if you will. We're able to wear down Satan and the enemy and the evil in this world by bringing the hope of Jesus Christ to people that don't yet know Him. And we can disperse and be that no-huddle offense. So that is the encouragement today to the idea of the importance of building one another up in the faith of fellow believers, and also then building each other up that don't yet have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. We can encourage them to come to that faith relationship. So God bless and have a great weekend.